That's the person that will sell your ass out to the people on the other side of your battle. The dude. You complain about criminal justice reform, but we're disorganized. We live in cities where we are 500,000-600,000 strong, and we don't even know the judges. We don't know the state's attorneys. We don't know the prosecutors. We don't know anything, and if we are populating the vast majority of the prison system, we need to know that and those people. We really do, y'all. We have to know those people, because when you know those people, you have a fighting chance. Again, it's easy to complain to Joe from Houston, sitting in Chicago, Illinois, about something that's happening in Los Angeles. But we got a friend in Los Angeles, the greatest. And I'm assuming K3000 from Philadelphia, and Chief Rockets from Georgia, and Sabrina's from Indiana. She can get all her people, you can get all your people, and we can start, hey, we can't go out and protest now, but we can start an email campaign to our state senators. Like, hey, this is how many people, I got 1,000 people behind me, and they know 1,000 people. If this bullshit happens where I live, you will be one of the unemployment statistics, because you will not have that job. And we need to have a 6-month plan for what they need to be giving us every 6 months up until we are satisfied, because we ain't never going to be happy. I don't give a damn. It's never going to be enough. Because it ain't enough for other people, so it ain't going to be enough for me. So if you tired of housing being terrible, you're tired of academic programs being lacking, if you're tired of the absence of after school programs, you have to organize. The great Kwame Ture, you may know him as Stokely Carmichael, he references Dr. King and George Washington. If you put his statement, if you put George Washington in the middle of Valley Forge by himself, and you put the great Dr. Martin Luther King in Selma, Alabama by himself, the police and the British will beat them to death and kill them. But once they organize, once they are mobilized, which was Dr. King was great at, and then they organize a Montgomery boycott, and they organize the revolution, they have the ability to defeat what was known as the greatest army in the history of the world at that time, and they have an opportunity to hold at bay one of the most racist Jim Crow systems in the history of the earth. And if you don't think it's the history of the earth, Adolf Hitler, in his book Mein Kampf, says he used American discrimination tactics to create his wall that he created against the Jews. So, understand that. So, if you are worried about income disparity, it's because, and lack of employment opportunities, it's because you and the people in your community have not organized and take advantage of things like tax increment financing. I'm going to say it again. Tax increment financing. This is financing that is provided by your elected officials in your community. That is free. Free. Do you know that your alderman and state representatives, part of their elected job is to give? I'm going to type it in the chat room. Give you money. Everybody knows a studious person. Everybody knows a person who can organize. He's an immobilizer. You know people who are mobilized, aka Dr. King. He can get a bunch of people in the room together and get things cracking. Who's an organizer, aka the great Malcolm X. He created organization. And once you get those people together in the same room, you'll get some of the things that you want. So you know somebody who's studious, they can write out things. You know, they on Facebook policing everything you said. It's not ain't. It's not. It's not fin to. It's about to. We all know that dude or that woman. So use that jackass to help you write a business proposal so you can take it to your local state representative your local state senator, your local alderman, so he can get you the funding to open up your corner store. Use that. Because if you're not, what the hell you complaining about? Because guess what? Most of us, I can't say everybody, most of us have a cousin, friend, uncle, a niece, nephew, or what have you, who has a background. But if you own a corner store, you can get that person a job. Guess what? Black unemployment just went down because you gave your cousin no background check needed. You trying to get your life together? Cool, man. Work in my store. And then you could open up 10, 11 stores like people from those OPEC countries. That's what you can do. And it won't cost you anything. Hey, people who own corner stores, their kids, back in my day, their kids used to be the slickest dressed. They were the first kids with cars because everybody died Doritos and Cheetos and 99-cent liter pops and all this and all that. They making $5,000-$6,000 a day off lottery, Cheetos, and ice cream and soap. So if you don't think that's a lucrative industry, why the hell did everybody keep popping them up in our community? You sitting around, taste my 5 hamburgers. I'm gonna call them out. My homeboy, Kirby, he listening. I know he listening because every day at the end of every show, he calls me and say how much he liked the show and bullet point what he liked on the show. So Kirby motherfucking ass, he makes this awesome homemade from scratch salad dressing. I say, Kirby, man, you need to put that in some bottles and sell it. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna do that. Guess how long he been saying that? He been saying that as long as I've been doing this for 4 years. But guess what? Kirby was the inspiration for me to start the other show that I do, The End of the Bench. He said, man, you need to be on the radio with the stuff you say. And I did it. So Kirby, I'm calling you out, brother. And it's a bunch of people that you know, oh man, I make this bomb salad dressing. I make this bomb chicken. Don't everybody like my whatever. Maybe you ever thought about opening up a restaurant? You complain about all these Arabs pimping us, well, guess what? You can go to your state senator, alderman, state representative, and they can give you the financing for you. Tax increment financing, y'all. It's free. See, the complaints gonna stop. We're gonna have to stop. 2020 is perfect vision, backward and forward. You already seen what happened in the past. Let's move forward. Something else. Let's get this cracking with this other stuff we dealing with, man. Why are we arguing about nonsense? He has some great ideas. You have to have your start execution. That's the point of this show. We gonna start executing. So, when you look at what's around you, like everybody's stuck in the house right now. Most of us, I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming that most people in the country stuck in the house. Can't go to work. Y'all ass don't like y'all job, so please stop complaining about staying in the damn house. You paying this hot as giraffe coochie ass cable bill. You're paying for Netflix, Fire Sticks, and all this. Watch the damn TV. But guess what? You can be reading to your kids, setting an example. But while you are put on this home confinement, so to speak, SBA was also available. Right now it's defunded, this current administration and staff. But you know what? Every state, hey Jungle Brother, I'm glad you said that. Every state has a budget, and in that budget it is allocated for money to give away. We don't ask for a jungle. There has to be, look, this is what you do, my brother. The person who told you about SBA, ask them what some alternative funding options. See, because they sitting on it. And I'm believing they telling they millionaire and they billionaire homies how to get that money, man. That's what I'm assuming. Because there is no wasted money in the United States of America. It's all spent. And whether it's going to be spent in our community or somewhere else is the key. But while we sitting here, man, I'll be glad when things get back to normal. You know what was normal for our community? Police shooting at us. People selling dope in our communities, a lot of our communities. Being under attack, underfunded schools. Why the fuck you want to go back to normal? We got to create a new normal. We have to create a new normal. No more of this pissing and moaning left and right. Make people prove or get their ass out your way, or work as a collective to get it down your damn self. How many people you know with $10,000 worth of sneakers, $10,000 worth of jeans, or hey hell, let's keep it funky. How many people we know that's drug dealers who killing it? Hey man, let's clean up some of your money, buddy. And then you hire your drug dealer homie who financed this get down as the president of your company. It's really his. It's really his. What? That's how you keep his black ass out the penitentiary. And hey man, I know a lot of people stand around in the streets and do their thing. Those are some of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. I mentioned this several times. I'm gonna keep mentioning it. How in the hell since 1972 they've been trying to teach the metric system in schools, but everybody who's selling dope know the metric system from the corner. I guarantee you, most of us listening didn't know there was 1,000 grams in a kilo when they were in high school. But you got a homie who know it, who flunked out of high school. We have to use what we had to get what we want, y'all. We have to. Back to this guy at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. If he is reelected, what's your plan for him? We can sit back and get scared and be like, oh man, this is bullshit. Or we can come up with, we can start enacting these plans and present them to him all the time. We can continue to complain, or we can make him earn his money. We don't really have to deal with him. We can deal with the governor. We can deal with the state senator. We can deal with the U.S. senator. We can deal with the state representative or our community representative. And they have to give us this money. See, you can create your own bubble, or you can just suffer the consequences. Because what we're doing right now is suffering the consequences. We are truly suffering the consequences for not being organized and prepared. I can tell you a million reasons why I sound like a damn fool. Watch this, y'all. You don't agree with me? Watch this. HRap, that ain't gonna work because brothers ain't gonna work together. HRap, that ain't gonna work because brothers is ignorant. HRap, that ain't gonna work because people sitting around getting high and drinking. HRap, that ain't gonna work because people ain't gonna listen to you. You see what I'm saying? I can come up with the damn reasons, but we know the reasons. Let's come up with some reasons why it will work. How about this? I'm sick and tired of doing this shit. I'm tired of stressing myself the fuck out. I'm sick of all this bullshit. The fact that the drug dealers are measuring and measures to tell you that it's not originating from here. Yet the boys come from me get arrested. Exactly. It's not coming from here. But you know what? A lot of shit don't come from here, and we don't take advantage of it. See, the difference in our Crips, Bloods, Gangster Disciples, Vice Schlors, or whatever neighborhood gang or street organization that you live near, the difference in them and the difference in the people who we like to call organized crime, the goddamn Kusese family and all of them, some gangs. Some gangs. The difference in us and them is they use that to obtain power in their community and then put themselves in a position to win. That's the only difference. Little Nuck and Pookie and all them motherfuckers, all they have to do is start buying up the property, renting out homes to you, treating you like a human being, and taking advantage of. See, I always reference this every show. This book I read it 29 years ago, and the book told me everything that you see on movies and TV is to desensitize you for plans that are being enacted in the future.